There is a truth people avoid because it is sharp enough to cut through every excuse they hide behind. That truth is simple. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody feels responsible for your dreams. And nobody is coming to lift you into the life you want. And once you accept that truth, not as a punishment, but as freedom, something powerful happens inside you. You stop waiting for approval. You stop wasting time explaining yourself, and you begin walking the quiet road of discipline. Good morning and welcome to Daily Path to Strength. Today I want to speak to you in the calm, firm tone of a guide who has walked the long path of self-mastery, the tone inspired by the teachings of SHI HENG YI. Because the message you are about to hear is not just motivation. It is a shift in identity. It is the reminder that your power grows when your voice becomes quiet and your actions become loud. Most people spend their lives in an endless cycle of talking, worrying, complaining, and seeking validation from people who cannot see their vision. They talk about their dreams, but do not build them. They talk about their pain, but do not heal it. They talk about what they will do tomorrow, even though tomorrow has already heard enough promises. But the ones who rise in silence, the quiet warriors of life, move differently. They do not explain every step. They do not justify every decision. They do not announce their every intention. They simply commit. They simply work. They simply act. And the world eventually notices what their silence created. When you constantly explain your dreams, you weaken them. When you constantly defend your choices, you invite doubt. When you constantly talk, you drain the energy meant for action. Your dream was not given to your friends, your family, your coworkers, or strangers on the internet. It was given to you. That vision came from your soul, shaped by your past, your hunger, your pain, your hope. So how can you expect others to understand what was never theirs to see? They can't, and they don't need to. You do not owe anyone an explanation for wanting more out of life. You do not owe anyone a justification for your ambition. You do not need permission to change, to grow, to evolve. Action is the only language that proves who you are becoming. While others are stuck debating whether the moment is right, whether the plan is perfect, whether the path is guaranteed, you should already be taking the first step. Every day you wait, your purpose rusts a little more. Every explanation you give steals energy that could have built progress. Every conversation about your dream delays the dream itself. Momentum dies in the mouth but is born in the hands. And this is why the great masters, including SHI HENG YI, teach discipline through silence. The more you talk about change, the less you change. The more you talk about discipline, the less disciplined you become. Your growth begins the moment your voice quiets down and your actions rise. In a world overflowing with noise, the rarest strength is the strength to sit still, observe, listen, and learn. Most people talk because they fear silence. They fear what they might hear inside themselves. They fear appearing less knowledgeable. They fear being overlooked. But real wisdom comes from listening, not from speaking. When you listen deeply, you begin to feel the world instead of trying to impress it. You learn from the patterns, behaviors, mistakes, and experiences of others. You see opportunities that loud people miss. You notice details that talkers overlook because they are too busy trying to sound intelligent instead of becoming intelligent. The quiet learner has an advantage. They grow faster because they think before they move. They observe before they speak. They reflect before they react. They act only after creating clarity within themselves. And because they listen more, they make decisions rooted in awareness, not emotion. Their words carry weight because they are spoken from understanding, not insecurity. This is why the ones who grow the most are not the ones who speak the most, but the ones who listen long enough to master themselves. People who talk excessively waste energy that should be invested into their evolution. They miss wisdom because they cannot stop projecting their opinions. They miss lessons because they cannot hear anything over their own voice. On the other hand, the quiet warrior grows silently, builds silently, studies silently, and rises silently. And when they finally speak, the world listens, not because they shouted, but because they transformed. One of the greatest traps in life is trying to control what others think of you. Many people live like prisoners of judgment. They walk cautiously, speak carefully, dream timidly, and move slowly because they are terrified of being criticized. But here is the truth. No matter what you do, someone will misunderstand you. Someone will doubt you. Someone will criticize you. Someone will talk behind your back. That is human nature. And the moment you allow those opinions to shape your decisions, you lose control of your life. The only mind you can control is your own. The only direction you can control is your own. And the only energy worth attention is the energy you invest into becoming better than you were yesterday. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Every argument steals from it. Every explanation drains it. Every attempt to change someone's opinion wastes it. That energy should be used to improve your mind, your body, your skills, your discipline. The more you invest in yourself, the less the opinions of others matter. Criticism will follow you whether you stand still or move forward. So it is better to move. Doubt will follow you whether you speak or stay silent. So it is better to stay silent and rise. People will talk whether you fail or succeed, so you might as well succeed. Even the most successful people in the world have critics. Loud, angry, insecure people who project their fears onto those who dare to grow. So let them talk. Their words cannot stop a person who is committed to becoming more. You were not born to be understood. You were not born to impress anyone. You were born to master yourself. You were not born to explain your purpose. You were born to fulfill it. So focus on yourself. Focus on your breath. Focus on your path. Focus on the discipline that transforms chaos into strength. Focus on the silence that sharpens your mind. Focus on the small daily actions that build unstoppable momentum. Success does not require announcements. Growth does not require approval. Mastery does not require applause. Everything you are becoming will speak for itself. Your consistency will speak. Your discipline will speak. Your transformation will speak. One day, the people who questioned you will see the results of the work you did in silence. One day, the people who doubted you will witness how far you've come. One day, you will not need to say a word. Your life will be the proof. So walk quietly, move intentionally, build privately, evolve continuously. Let your silence be your power and your actions be your voice. This is your reminder that the path of strength is not the path of noise, it is the path of mastery. And mastery is built in silence, one disciplined moment at a time. Welcome to your daily path to strength.